What's up, Virgo gang? Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. I'm going to redo your reading because I got a weird-ass message for you last time, so here we go. We're going to connect with either a new group of Virgos or refresh the energy. Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get a couple messages for them. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to maybe learn something or better yourself. If the messages that come through do not resonate for you, please do release them. Assume they're going out to someone else who needs to hear them or see them. It might resonate for you at a later time or date, so be open to that. Trust your own intuition above all else, because ultimately you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice, guidance, and an energy check-in. All right, let's set the intention to get my Virgo gang some clear, helpful, insightful messages for wherever they are at on their spiritual path. We're going to start with a couple of oracles, and then we'll hop into the tarot for Virgo. That one's just literally in my hand. The rabbit. I think somebody else had this. All right, so let's start here. Simply permit the pain to come into your heart and pass through. If you do that, it will pass. If you are sincerely seeking truth, you'll let go every time. All right, allowing things to move forward, or move through you, rather. It's funny how I said move forward, though. That was probably for a reason. But yeah, sort of this idea that, you know, you can control what's going on the inside. There's always going to be external chaos to us, but we have to move through it. We have to let it pass through. And the minute we start to hold on to something or replay it, that's when we kind of get stuck in the quicksand. And then, you know, our mind can start tweaking and swirling, right? We don't necessarily want that. So allow things to unfold and move through it as best you can. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but anyway. All right. Love Oracle. Divine timing. Everything has a higher purpose. And then you have the rabbit, so we're going to read about that. I feel like this is about not coming to, or sorry, let me rephrase that. I feel like the rabbit is about not assuming the worst case scenario. I'll read from the book because it'll probably summarize it better than I can, but not assuming that we have to be in a fretful, nervous, fearful state all the time. You know, it's like you have to go out and live your life. You can't be in hermit mode forever. You can't be constantly fearing the unknown and what's to come, because it doesn't serve you. And really, it's not good for your nervous system. I think that's what this first message is about, letting things pass through. All right, where's my rabbit? There it is. So the rabbit, afraid of everything, overwhelmed and frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and we become our own worst enemy. We spin up dusts of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words. Oh, rabbit, they shape your destiny. Then when it's in balance, this card means sensitive, problem solver, and good listener. When out of balance, it over-explains and talks fast. To bring it into balance, practice a day of silence. All right. Also, Easter Bunny energy. This is possibly the first time those words have been used together, right? In a spiritual tarot card reading, close to Easter for those who celebrate. It's Easter Bunny energy. That makes it cuter, right? That makes it more approachable, more friendly. Versus like, yeah, literally fearing the card of fear when it comes out, you know? It's not about that. These are not fear-based readings. This is just becoming more self-aware. That's really what this is about. So, it's eclipse season, guys. Holy cannoli. All right, so what's going to come out for Virgo? And I want to specifically set the intention to tap into a new message. Yeah, I might post the other one, but I have trepidations because it was so specific. Like, you guys are going to watch it and be like, WTF? But I mean, it was so foreign to me. It must have been someone's energy I was tapping into that watches regularly. So, all right, let's set our focus to help the Virgos with some helpful, insightful messages during eclipse season that the majority of Virgos watching would need to hear, or maybe would like to hear something helpful, useful, inspiring, motivating. Really wanting to set that intention. So thank you for bearing with me there. All right, so this is a card of opposition and knowing what battles are worth fighting for. Sometimes we don't always have clear footing. Sometimes we have to kind of stumble through the process and learn along the way. But for the most part, I think, you know, sevens are about assessment, but for a lot of you, this almost feels like moving forward with something despite the fear. And also despite perfection. That's very much like the eclipses are happening in Libra and Aries energy. So sometimes it's like, our will to move forward, where does that get held back because of our desire to deliver, in a beautiful way, or looking perfect, or not letting them see us slip up, or our boo-boos. It's like, at what point is that preventing us from actually just going and doing it and knowing that, yeah, maybe it's not perfect, but, we learned something in the process, and, very Virgo energy. Maybe we can go back and edit it the next time. But I think that experience is important. Experiencing that situation or that moment or whatever this is that you're trying to do here. It's a very action-focused card. I think sometimes for you, it's just about doing it and trying it. It's like, I've always wanted to say, like, throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks, because at least then you know what you have to work with. And then from there, you can, have a higher perspective or gain some insight or refine it, zhuzh it up, so to say. What are we battling here? Yeah, I feel like the end is closer than you think in terms of what you're pouring your energy and effort into. Yeah, I'm wanting to say don't give up. You're much closer than you realize. And you are. Sevens are about assessment, so maybe you do have to take better care of your body to continue moving forward in this endeavor. But it's like the world is all about culminations and conclusions and achievement and a lot of eyes on you. Sometimes this is a card of being online. Sometimes it's a card of attracting a lot of attention. To me, it almost has like a similar vibe of like the Six of Wands, but it indicates it's not just... It's not just attracting energy for nothing. It's not just showing up with a pretty face. This is like attracting energy because your work ethic speaks like for itself. It speaks volumes. Like your hard work and energy and effort, metaphorically, blood, sweat, and tears, it's gotten you to this certain place and people are really admiring you and respecting you for your work ethic. It's a Saturn card. So because of some sort of achievement that I think is pending or upcoming for you, I think it's going to liberate you from some of the nitty gritty tough work that you are sort of having to stomach or push through. And with that, though, I think that's the importance of Aries and Libra too, but we have to do it in balance. If we're pouring all our energy into something and burning the candle at both ends and disrespecting our body, not paying attention to our body and the signs and signals it's sending, then we're probably not doing it right. You have a very action-centered card. You have a card indicating strong work ethic, yields beautiful results, but especially because you're a Virgo, I'm going to tell you, don't disrespect your body in the process though, right? Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, whatever it is that you do, meditation. But yeah, I mean, it's not a time to give up. I think it's a time to reignite your passion and reignite the fire inside you. What got you started down this road to begin with? And if it's not currently working, but you still see value in it, where can you change the action? Where can you change what you're doing to make your way to this achievement? And this is not about abandoning ship or giving up. That's very important to note here. It is going to get better. It's going to get easier. You're going to be in a more advantageous position sooner than later. But right now, it just seems like a lot of my Virgos need a little bit of a pep talk. Yeah, there's delayed results here. There's a delay. I feel like the universe, your guides, your angels, God, source, spirit, whatever you believe in, they're speaking to you in dreams right now. So be open to receiving those downloads either in prayer or meditation or, lucid dreaming if you're into that or have experimented with that. It's like there's signs and signals all around you, but you have to take time to actually look for them and recognize them. I'm almost getting like they're right in front of you. It's almost like you're being smacked in the face with all these like, not warning signs. It's something, it's like a positive affirmation that you're on the right path. It's like, it's just synchronicities. It's like something you were thinking about, then you see it in real form. Or, if you have a spirit animal, it's like, they dart across the street in front of your car when you're driving to work. Or there's messages and symbols all around you to keep going. I'm wanting to use the word like hunker down. You can do this. I think you just need a little pep talk. You just need a little bit of someone championing you and recognizing all the hard work you're putting in. It won't go unrecognized. And some of you may be doubting that it is. A lot of you feel like whatever you're doing, it's especially if it's career related, it's like it's going on behind the curtain. And so you're worried that when you present the final product, if this resonates for you guys, you like your boss or your superior or whoever you're delivering the results to, they're not going to know the intricacies and the details of how much really went into this. And I think you're fearing like they're going to take it for granted. I don't necessarily think that's true. And also watch where your mind goes. We said that earlier. I think you need to lean into sort of the manifestation idea, like power of positivity. And as you're in this energy of working through it, and I'm hearing cogs, cogs and gears, something about the grind. I don't know if that's symbolic, the cogs and the gears. As you're in this process of work, there's a need to be present and in your body, and also kind of leaning into the spiritual aspect of this, of like, this is opening doors for me in ways that I don't even know yet. You know, the universe is witnessing all of this, you know, God, a higher power, whatever, they're seeing all the work that's being poured into this. And so with that, I'm going to be rewarded in return for putting my heart and soul into this, for shining my light, for living my purpose, right? That it's like the right person is seeing all this, and that is you. And that is, again, your form of a higher power. Everything else is going to fall into place the way it is supposed to. Yeah, that's a really important message. It's like, you know, you can have that sense of pride because you know all that you put into this. And the right people will notice when it's time. Yeah, there's your 10 of Cups. I love that for you, Virgo. I absolutely love that. That's the fairy tale ending. That's the happily ever after. For some of you, it's like envisioning a happy outcome is what's going to bring that about. It's what's going to manifest that. So lean into that hopeful, optimistic, you know, happy-go-lucky, the world is my oyster energy. And sometimes that can be hard, especially for a Mercury-ruled sign. It's easy to get stuck in like the logic and the data and the details. The Hangman is about leaning into your faith and dreaming of the best possible scenario, the best possible outcome. You have no reason not to. Again, like living your life in fear of all that could go wrong, that's no way to live. And I'm not saying you do that all the time, but there does seem to be some project that's testing you or challenging you. Have faith, lean into your faith. And it's funny, I'm kind of hearing hopeless romantic too. So maybe some of you are trying to manifest a person concurrently with what's going on. But yeah, you have no reason not to believe that you're going to get your fairy tale ending. But I always say when the 10 of Cups comes up here, it's like, a lot of times it's about gratitude and recognizing where you're currently at and just how far you've come. Like look at where you are now versus where you were 3 months ago or 3 years ago or whatever it is. It's like there's a need to appreciate how far you've come, even if the struggle isn't over, even if you're still in the thick of it, which by the way, you're not right in the middle. Like you're at the 7. You're towards the final chapter here. You know, that's what the world symbolizes, like the graduation, the culmination, the hitting restart, starting of anew. It's very like New Year's energy. Yeah, but appreciating just how far you've come, knowing that the end game or the end goal, it's right around the corner. But also with that, I'm wanting to say like there is no ultimate end goal, because this is going to sound so grim, but I think you guys will get it. The ultimate end goal, or not end goal, but end game, it's death. Right? So like there's always going to be cycles in life. There's chapters. There's very specific chapters in like just because we've achieved one great thing, we're just going to throw up our reins and call it a day? Of course not. Like we're going to celebrate that. We're going to appreciate it. We're going to bask in that. And then we're going to, you know, undertake some new project or some new relationship, or like, do you know what I mean? Like life is constantly in flux and change. There is no, I've made it and everything is easy now. You know, a lot of times this is about how do you deal with adversity. And for a lot of you, you are being asked to focus on your body and your mental health, specifically that fear-based mentality. That's not helping you. And it's very human, right? I'm not trying to beat you up or bully you or make you feel bad about it. It's very human to worry about things and be nitpicky and all those, you know, all those things that don't really serve us. But ultimately, I think when you become aware of that, you take the power back to change those thoughts. And again, to lean into the optimism of like, what if things turn out better than I'm even expecting? What if the universe has sort of like, you know, gifts, miracles, blessings for me down the road that just because I'm not seeing them right now, it doesn't mean they're not already in the pipeline to me. Do you understand what I mean? I think you guys get it. For Virgo. For Virgo, please. Comfort. How can you bring more comfort into your life? You can increase your comfort through tangible things such as soft clothes and food, and tangible things such as thinking loving thoughts about yourself and inviting peace into your heart. Make it cozy. That's one of my favorite words. Because it means something a little bit different to everyone else or everyone, but like it always makes you happy, right? The idea of something being cozy. That's why I love that word. I'm a water sign, if you can't tell. It's cozy. All right, and then pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How can you pivot even just for a little bit? That is perfect for what's going on here. It's like, I've come all this way and I don't want to give up, but like I can't break through. It's not working. Some of you are going to get some sort of epiphany or flash of insight or a stroke of genius, or maybe talking with a family member or a spouse. There might, the solution might be easier. So just, again, be open to receiving downloads and people speaking to you in regards to what's going to help you with your problem or solve this sort of dilemma that you're going through. I can't see this word and not think of Friends. You guys know the show, right? With the couch. Pivot! That's so symbolic of like something going on here. It's like you're trying to get this giant sofa upstairs and you have to like turn the corner. You have one person screaming at the other like, pivot! All right, I love that. All right, Virgo, sending you all the best. Please show me some love and hit that like button. I invite you all to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be alerted when I post readings in the future. If you want more content from me, I am on Instagram and Facebook as the Intuitive Teacup, and I do a select amount of personal readings a month, whatever my schedule will allow, so feel free to reach out to me via email and we can try and get a session booked for you. That would be more catered specifically to your energy and inquiries. Thanks for joining me today, Virgo, and I will see you soon for more tarot.